Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP Document Review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-4491, Object Class, Safe. Special Containment Procedures. A single encrypted copy of SCP-4491 is to remain stored on SCP-4491.3G2 on an external hard drive contained within a standard safe security locker at Site-49. Requests to view SCP-4491 may be submitted to the project head for approval. Description: SCP-4491 is a 99-minute long video file consisting only of a black screen. While SCP-4491 has an audio track, no audible sound is produced at any point during the video's runtime. SCP-4491 was originally discovered on an Internet Movie discussion board as a .3G2 media file titled Pulp Fiction, spelled Ficktion, uploaded on February 14, 2011, by humans viewing more than 7 consecutive frames of SCP-4491 describe the footage in various ways. Despite reports of the footage often varying depending on the viewer, the following features have been noted across all depictions. Focus on a single consistent scene, regardless of subject's previous exposure to SCP-4491. Extended dialogue scenes, even in instances lacking audio entirely. Gratuitous use and often glorification of excessive violence. Majority of scenes consisting of a single long take. All on-screen characters being depicted barefoot. Addendum 4491-1. SCP-4491 video descriptions. And here we have a table containing witnessing subjects and what the footage is described to have shown. D-Class 4977 and D-Class 2818. Footage is described as without audio. Scene described as a strange diner with a 1950s aesthetic. A plague doctor shares a milkshake with a porcelain mask propped against the napkin dispenser. The shot subsequently pans slowly back, revealing more of the diner as the pair drifts out of focus in the frame. The dance floor is revealed to contain a corn cake, stiffly dancing with a pile of fruit snacks, which remain motionless. The shot further widens to reveal a fish-headed figure tied to a chair. The figure displays no visible wounds. 2 nondescript subjects, subsequently identified as 05-1 and 05-7, approach from off-screen. The first subject proceeds to repeatedly punch the fish-headed figure while the second subject begins pouring gasoline on it. Scene proceeds as such for 3 minutes before ending. Oh gosh, I forgot about this. Well, up next is my superior, Dr. Jack Bright. Footage is described as without audio. Scene is described as the basement of a home. The fish-headed figure sits bound in a chair alongside a man wearing an EMU-type spacesuit. A is pressed into the fish-headed figure's mouth, and another is affixed tightly across the spaceman's visor. A man holding a shotgun, subsequently identified as Dr. Alto Clef, drifts into frame while conferring with an off-screen figure. While his reflection is visible in the spaceman's visor, no second figure can be seen, though a string of distorted lowercase text is visible in the reflection. Text described as difficult to read. Sequence of characters UTRUST was observed by the subject. Uh-oh. I know what that means. The man holding the shotgun brandishes the weapon at the bound pair repeatedly before smiling wickedly and standing. Feed cuts abruptly. Remaining 78-minute runtime is devoted to a black and white propaganda film extolling the virtues of capitalism. D-Class 1843, D-Class 2343, and Dr. Cimmerian. Footage is described as accompanied by audio. Scene is described as the interior of a diner. 8 figures sit around a circular table around a briefcase. Subjects proceed to discuss the United States wage law for 4 minutes. The figure seated at the far left of the frame, subsequently identified as Dr. Jeremiah Cimmerian, begins speaking over others and advocating for the destruction of multiple Euclid and Keter anomalies, including SCP-035, SCP-049, and SCP-343. The figure seated at the opposite side of the table, subsequently identified as a group of 6 raccoons wearing a trench coat, rises and draws a gun, shooting the primary speaker twice in the chest. Remaining figures fall silent and stare at the gun. No significant change occurs for 18 minutes, at which point the briefcase on the table spontaneously opens and the scene ends before its contents are revealed. And lastly, we have D-Class 1221. Footage is described as accompanied by audio. Scene described as a car interior. In the back seat, a man with a fish head wearing a suit is bleeding profusely from a wound to the abdomen. A plague doctor drives the car, and a corn cake sits in the passenger seat. The plague doctor alternates between reassuring the wounded figure that it is going to live and discussing the nomenclature of hamburger sandwiches with the corn cake, who produces no audio. After 1 minute and 18 seconds, the corn cake turns around in its seat to face the wounded figure and open its mouth. The vehicle violently ruptures apart from concussive pressure, described as being caused by a deafening noise. Scene ends. D-1221 subsequently developed symptoms consistent with acute tinnitus. So, I was suspicious by the codename for this one, but after seeing the grammar of Pulp Fiction and seeing the mention of "you trust," this is another dado product. Or someone has asked Dado to make a changing Pulp Fiction file. What we need now is the transcript between the customer and Dado to make more sense of this one. But Dado strikes again. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's document reading. Thank you all for listening and watching. And my name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I will see you next week with another document review. Bye.